What's going on, Lords? We back. Woo! We back out here. Let's get this. How you guys feeling today? I'm feeling pretty just in the wish fulfilled, ignoring appearances, and just vibing, man. Really, wild tiger in the woods. My father and I are one, and we're really staying strong. We're getting stronger every day in every way, man. We're staying in alignment. We're staying focused. And I brought a couple crystals out here to kind of have, we're going to do something kind of new. We're going to talk about a little clear quartz. I'm wearing a piece myself. And one thing I'm starting to get to is that the more that you ignore your circumstances, the more you're going to start to see the shadow really has no authority. This is what I'm really getting to, because you will really start to see it as a boring movie. A boring movie that really doesn't matter anymore. And you just start to assume and step in the old state. So we're making 3D our bitch. We are making 3D kind of bend over and just, that's how I'm really feeling. We're not going to be reaching, chasing, how I'm doing it. And this is kind of trippy because this is not the traditional path that's really laid out for us, Everyone waking up, going to work, and I'm just waking up, coming out here making videos, doing my crystal business and my holistic business, and starting that and building that from the ground. There's a lot of freaking bullshit that comes with that. People are like, well, he can sit around and that's all that type of stuff. So this is really just trusting the desire of the Father that is really coming through you. Trusting that desire of the Father that is moving through you. So we're going to bring out a couple pieces. What clear quartz really represents to me. Check this out. Nice little piece right here. Beautiful. These are Brazilian AAA grade, wrapped in copper wire to really amplify that energy. Check that out. Get a good little picture on them. We're getting a clip on mic here soon, Lord, so stay tuned. So we got this piece right here and the website below. This is just a great piece, and what clear quartz is to me is keeping the clear quartz vision, man. The master healer is what it's really called. And I love it. I love the energy that really hits from it. You just kind of see it shining through the sun. Look at that. Ooh. So clear quartz is really just about having that transparency, that authenticity, and really being honest with oneself about just the path that you're on, and really just staying true to you to the very end. That's what I'm really getting to, because it's a different type of walk when you're on the narrow path, to where, it's getting just really evident. I had a weird little dream last night where something tried to interfere. I don't know if it was the dark forces, trying to they see the light really popping. And yeah, I've kind of been like a freaking shining beam in the literal midst of the darkness. So this is all God at this point. I came to a point to where it's straight up just the Father that is just running the whole show. And I just been surrendering more and more into that. Here's another one. Beautiful wrap on this. Nice clear quartz. That intricate copper design on it. You dig? This piece is really nice. So this is just that clarity. It's having the clarity. And also, what quartz is ancient because it's in our phones. It's in our, you can set your intention into it. You can really kind of program it to where it really serves you. You can set that intention in with it. But for me, it just really clears the mind. It clears all the fog out, so you have that crystal clarity with the wish fulfilled, man, with the law, right? I put it as my screensaver on my phone, to where I'm constantly seeing that, and I'm remembering, live in the end, ignore the appearances, persist, and rest in that knowing, rest really into that. So here's what I'm getting to. We've been on retention, we're still retaining. Energy is getting a little intense, to where I'm learning how to just turn off the mind. I'm learning how to turn off that rational mind, because this is really just us connecting back to the higher self. I want to grab these resistance bands real quick. It's way over there in my bag. Honestly, here, we'll make another separate, because I'm just going to be pumping out freaking videos all day today. This is kind of what I'm doing now. This is my new assumption and my new identity. You're getting paid to exist. And you're getting paid to literally just be authentic and shine that frequency up in here. So how does that really sound? This is something I've been noticing, is to where the shadow doesn't really matter. It has not this effect on you anymore. It doesn't run you. It doesn't rule you. You just start to see the 3D screen is just an old shadow backdrop of your old assumption, you know, old beliefs, all these other things, where you can finally just let that shit go. You can breathe into it. So it's not, the action is different because we're not moving from the false self. We're not moving from the freaking rational mind that's like wanting, chasing, holy shit, you know, going nuts and stuff. It's really, I'm moving in a line flow, in an aligned action to where you just follow your highest excitement. Bashar talks about this. You follow your highest excitement with no insistence on the outcome. So it's like really eliminate all importance. Eliminate the importance of the shit. And it's gonna literally magnify even faster. You don't wait for the 3D to change. You start to literally just persist in that assumption until it really hardens into fact. You know, it does not matter what you'll start to just laugh at the damn shadow. It'll be like, it'll try to tell you who you are. That's what it was for me when I started really doing this shit. It's like the shadow will try to point at you and tell you who you are. And I'm like, man, I'm turning my back on this whole illusion. Turning my back on whatever anyone else is really doing. So this is all about letting the higher self really step in the suit and start really getting shifty. You know what I mean? Start like juking stuff. So that's how I'm feeling. I'm definitely glitching out the matrix as of now, to where, yeah, this is just, the holy tiger is just really literally roaming and lounging like freaking Christ. So I can see what Christ really went through, you know, retreated into the woods with the Father to be in the wilderness, to get the instruction, to get the guidance. So that's what we're gonna really be doing today, just recording, making a couple freestyles, meditating, you know, reading, doing our thing, doing really what brings us the energy. Because I felt that, you know, this is a different type of path to where the traditional way, the old man's like, oh, just get a job. There's nothing wrong with that either. You know, float your boat. But I'm burning the boats to the side where like, this is going to work. The circumstance does not fucking matter. We gotta really know this, because it doesn't. This is the #1 power move that I started seeing. Is like, once you see the shadow for what it is, the inner follows the outer. This is the download I have for you. The internal state, your inner state of consciousness, that's what really holds the freaking authority, not the freaking external. So that's why I said, make 3D your bitch and crack it. You know what I mean? Just fully erect, fully freaking erect, and just freaking pierce the crust of this freaking, you know, this whole play, and do your thing on it. So keep doing what it is that is really going to bring you the most energy. That's what I've been finding myself doing. I'm no longer in the false self behavior. Here's a couple false self behaviors if you didn't know. You know, seeking approval, looking to be right, thinking, identifying, reacting, looking for validation, looking for attention, all this stuff. So you're kind of like a freaking rare species walking in the midst of this, because others are like, what the hell? You know what I mean? They're like all the Kool-Aid, like, what's he doing? So yeah, I'm starting to give you guys the freaking, just the insight that I felt from this. And it's that clear, it's the clear quartz, you know what I mean? Giving us that freaking precision. Here's another piece. Things looks like a little boot, you know, because we're going to be booting all these freaking illusions up out of here. So you go through the freaking realm. It's like the dream. I felt this. It's like you're inceptioning and shit. You're starting to wake up within a dream within a dream. And seeing how powerful your imagination is Jesus Christ. You are Jesus Christ. Literally. Your imagination, your wonderful human imagination. Just all it is, you know, it's always really you. So I stopped tripping on like what others are, you know, how they're feeling about this transformation that's going on right now with me. And with you, you may be feeling the same way, where you just don't really care. It doesn't have that effect on you. It doesn't have that like stick to where it's like you're just stuck in one place. So your authenticity is going to be your #1 frequency for abundance. And it's all about being in the state that you already received it. This is what I've been practicing with the living from the end, or where I don't care what the shadow is showing, because I know it's just an echo of the past. So you get to that point. You get to the point to where you just start to, it's really, what am I being? That's the most key. What am I being within my state of consciousness before what I'm doing or before what I'm reaching for? So you want to master that being state of the one that already has it. Like moving in the millionaire type of frequency. You know, the millionaire is producing, the millionaire is coming out here and building, showing you guys these beautiful pieces that we're working on. You know, we're going to be going in on the holistic heck pad, the master 7 layer scan, and really going through that, because health is really your wealth. This is why I'm so big on you know, exercising, breathing. We were sitting out here just doing those Wim Hofs and really just freaking charging up the damn prana field, charging up the aura, blasting out all this stuff. So those of you that are really tapped in on this level, here's what I want you to do. Stop tripping about the matrix and what is going on, you know, in Babylon, and we get it. That's nothing new. You can kind of weave your own timeline to where I'm not going to be participating or necessarily in that state of consciousness of all this freaking warfare and all this crazy shit. Even if I think a demon is, you know, holy shit, they're gonna attack me, whatever it may be. Your attention is really what you're starting to master. You're just starting to see, and it really felt like a damn program. Like when I'm getting up, so-called, you know, they're just running on the same program. So you'll see that shit and you'll be able to literally stay more focused in your own thing. That's the best thing you can do, is being completely unbothered and literally just doing your freaking thing. Like that childlike energy. Like I'm waking up, I'm petting my cat, you know, doing a little, you know, hopping in the shower, just chilling, getting ready, walking out, and just not thinking. So learn that no mindset. I like no mind, no problem, where we just low-key turn off the freaking rational egoic mind and start coming out here and really just building and just staying in the flow. This is how you really magnetize it. You let go of looking for some shit to happen. You just start to embody and occupy the state, and you follow your highest excitement. You follow that freaking trail that is kind of pulling you. Right now I'm being pulled to make videos. Right now I'm being pulled to just, you know, do what feels natural. So there's not really a rule book. You got to kind of break the rules, and God will kind of reward you once you kind of see that shit. Because as far as I'm concerned, there's no guideline to how you got to live. I'm not crashing out from the matrix. I'm checking the fuck out. I'm checking out from all this shit, everything that's going on. Yeah, you're like a free radical up in here. I feel like, you know, we're literally like the antidote to the zombie apocalypse. So nothing can really just touch you. So when you build up that life force with the seam of attention, you use that as a freaking tool to pour into your creative pursuit, of, you know, to add the law and multiply that shit. It's going to be a lot stronger. You just have to garner your attention at all costs. You cannot give your attention to what you're not attending. That's what I like to say. There's nothing really to trip about. There's nothing really to trip about. Let's pick up a stick or something. Got our little freaking staff, you know what I mean? The spear hook and shit. Got our freaking staff, you know what I mean? Pulling it out, getting ready. Staying freaking free. Staying freaking just sovereign. Being sovereign in that energy. That's all you gotta really do. And there's no really efforting it. Sometimes you'll find that's where like, what? It's not what am I going to do right now? What I'm gonna put my beingness into my doingness. I love that saying. So the clear chorus, that's all about being transparent. You gotta low-key just delete. I mean, I'm bringing my old man to the freaking death chair. Like a slow, just kind of take him out a little bit. So ignore 3D. Stay in the assumption. Keep moving from the end. Keep moving from that dominant state of consciousness that what you're looking for, you already got. And it has no choice but to literally respond. You're going to make 3D your freaking bitch. And you're going to be having a blast with this shit, because you'll see that, man, you're low-key the only one here. Everyone is just literally reflecting how you feel about yourself. The world is literally just reflecting my state, my assumption, my self-concept, all these other things. So do not freaking trip. Relax today and just trust. Do not look for anything. Let go of the how. Let go of the checking. Do not bow to the facts, you know, or the appearances. Simply just freaking flow within this shit. I'm gonna drop a link in the description below, man. Join Temple. We got our freaking lords up there in the round table where we're engaging into this, and we're doing it in real time, seeing real things and kind of freaking affecting the freaking dimension. You know, we're kind of inceptioning the damn dream, and we're just bringing things up in here. So stay in that freaking identity, because that's the most important thing, man. That new identity, that new concept of yourself, that's literally everything. So you just gotta kind of have fun ignoring your negative thoughts, have fun ignoring the freaking 3D, and just start going full on mojo mode. You know what I mean? The mojo, mog it. Don't get attached. Don't identify per se to the shadow. The shadow doesn't tell you who you are. It only reflects who you were. You just have to stay loyal to the state, even when it looks like nothing is happening, even when it's catching up, because it will reflect. It's the law. You know what I mean? It's kind of the gestation period of manifestation, just like a tree in the ground. The seed knows it's going to become the tree. So you got to know the seed is in the ground. Do not try to attempt to mess with it and replace the doubt, the fear, into faith and a calm certainty that you simply know. So move from the one that has everything, because you have it all now. Much love. Let's go. Let's get it. Hell yeah, baby.